Okay, so recently I decided to give Vigor another chance. Now, I got this game a while ago free with PlayStation Plus, or at least I think it was, or maybe it was just a free to play game, but I only played it for a little bit, did a slight little video on it, and then kind of stopped playing it. Now, in case you're unaware, Vigor is like a console version of Escape from Tarkov, but obviously very different. It's like third perspective. You have first person when you aim down sights, you tap the right thumbstick, you can go ADS, or you can just shoot with the crosshair. It also has like three different game modes, which I was kind of unaware of at the first place. So, Encounter is kind of like the Escape from Tarkov version, where you basically get in, you loot, you can either kill people or try to extract. The choice is yours. It's about like risk versus reward with that. And you got another game mode you can play with friends. I don't believe there's voice chat at the moment, but you can use party chat. I know that for sure. And you go 5v5. Pretty good game mode. Then of course there's the one I'm playing currently in the background of this, which is just solo shootouts. Basically you spawn in, random loadout, there's guns all over the map that you can pick up in boxes, or you can just take from the enemy as you kill them, and basically just forces you to use any type of weapon, right? So you're just going to get used to all of them, or lose horribly. Anyway, the rewards for this are pretty good if you can manage to do it, as well as you just get to learn how to use every gun, so it's just all around good game mode. So something I'll get into and show you in a minute is basically, at your house you have a headquarters, right? At your headquarters you can upgrade it with stuff that you get from encounters or from crates from playing game modes like the solo shootout and the eliminations. Now, the crates aren't always going to give you that. Sometimes they're going to give you outfits, sometimes they're going to give you gun skins, sometimes they're just going to give you guns to take out to the guns. But basically, the higher you get that thing, the more you can produce things like food and stuff you can use to exchange. For like crates, there's like a competition I think that happens every week. You give X amount of food, you get a crate back. On top of that, you can get materials and stuff that you make guns out of. And obviously, as you can see, there's nothing in my inventory here, but when you go into encounters, you need to equip stuff that you actually own or that you can make to take out with you. Now, this game mode is the 5v5. It's kind of like a little bit of competitive PvP. It's pretty fun, actually, but sometimes you just get forced to use crappy loadouts, but you just got to deal with it. I think alternatively you can spend some of the coins that you can actually get from a tower you can make, or you can just get them from the free part of the battle pass to unlock the loadout, and then everyone can use a certain thing. But personally, me, I don't like to spend my coins that way. I like to try to get skins and stuff with it at the moment. I just brought the battle pass for this. Yeah, there is a battle pass for this. I think it's like 75 levels of decent skins, stuff for your guns. It gives you some coins back. And I think it actually also has guns and other stuff in it as well that you can take to encounter. Now, like I mentioned before, there is no voice chat in this. However, you can use party chat because I have played with like 4 or 5 people at the same time. And you can definitely use voice chat. And when you die, you will actually spectate your closest teammate, or you can switch over and spectate the next one. Like, for example, right now I'm spectating this man. If we were in party chat, I could let him know, hey, I can see 360 around you, there's a dude behind you, etc, etc, right? Like now, for example, I could say that dude's behind him. However, he has no idea, he's just going to kind of deal with it. Now, like I said before, sometimes you are going to have some crappy situations in this game mode, like you might get stuck with a bad loadout, or you might get stuck with an AFK member, which is really annoying. I think there's a new report system for that. I'm not really 100% sure though, and I mean, like, you are going to get some people just AFK farming it, so it is what it is, I guess. Now, me personally, I use this 5v5 to get crates. You get, even if you lose, there's still a chance you get a crate if you did well enough. So I think if your team gets like at least one round one, which really isn't too hard to do, you're still going to get a crate. Or some people like spend money, like the game currency, to up their loot. Oh, and the good part about that is, even if you do poorly and you get like the lower level crates, sometimes they have materials in it that you need to upgrade your household. So It's win-win really. If you do really well, you get special crates and you're going to get guns out of it. If you don't do well, you still get crates. Like here's an example of that. We just did decent. I didn't even do that well, but I'm still probably going to get a special crate out of this. Yeah, we got all the way to that one. I was only like third in that. Anyway, some people like to stockpile them to open them all at the same time. Me personally, I just open them as soon as I get them. I don't really see the point in hold on to them. Anyway, moving on to Encounter, which is more like the Escape from Tarkov kind of game mode. I don't really know how else to explain that, because there's not really, is it a genre? Anyway, for this you can either party up or you can just jump in solo like I have. Here's Extraction here. The green little zone there is like airdrop. You can either wait for that, gets pretty risky. I think there's also a lock crate you can go for. Now you can play this any way you want. You can be sneaky and come in and just loot. Or you can go around searching for people and shoot them as soon as you see them and take their loot. Or you can even sit around with a sniper rifle, like point it up in pretty key spots and see if you can't get some sharp shots. I don't really recommend doing it to extract, especially with the report feature coming, because I don't think people are going to take kindly to that. But as you can see here, I tagged this man, he's run away. He actually did the smart thing of laying down in the grass, but I don't think he knew that I could see him right now. That might have worked if I kept running past thinking he kept going. Okay, once you got your loot, it's your choice whether you want to stick around for a higher risk reward or just head straight for extract. Keep in mind that if you do hang around, radiation will come from a certain direction that you can see upon your map with 3 red arrows. And when that ticks down, it's going to start damaging you and you need to get to extraction. Alright, once you extract, it's going to tell you the experience you got from the match. I didn't get very much because I wasn't in here for long. It's going to tell you your stats on like encounters you've played, people killed during encounters, whatnot and so forth. And here is just a funny moment where I was waiting for the dude to run past with the airdrop. And then I saw this man running and I decided to wait to try to get the perfect shot. And caught him camping extract. Because keep in mind, there's extract over there. He was just waiting near it. He wasn't planning on going in it. Anyway, if you can see next to my health right now, I have a radiation symbol. That's because the storm has come. I waited around far too long. It's time to extract. I think you can also get things like iodine, or I think it's called iodine, I'm not really sure. It prevents radiation damage, or at least heals you from it a bit. Anyway, now that I've run through the game modes a bit, I might show you the building skill tree. So basically here you're just leveling up your house. It's going to start looking better for starters, and also you're going to be able to start making better weapons when you start leveling up the workbench. The higher the level, the better you can make stuff. However, you will need a schematic for the stuff that you get from the crates or from the airdrop, but it's easier to get it from the crates with the 5v5 modes while you're learning to use the weapon. So it's kind of a win-win situation with that. Alright, well, this is Vigor. I'm pretty sure this is free to play. The only thing that really costs you money is like battle passes and stuff, which isn't really that necessary, but if you do support the game, I mean, like, why not get it? Although, like I mentioned before, just doing crates and airdrops and stuff, you might get skins anyway, so it's not 100% necessary to purchase something to play the game.